Good evening. I'm Deanne Froelich. You never know when you're going to have to start parenting a parent, but in October of 2008, that day came. It was time to transition my father from living on his own to an assisted living community. We wanted to find a place that was safe, loving, and would allow my father to live with dignity and respect, which is why we selected Cedars-Sinai Park, a Jewish assisted living campus here in Portland. Within days of my father moving in, we knew we both had made the best decision of our lives. There is nothing like the quality care one receives at Cedars-Sinai. After a few weeks of settling into his new environment, my father started to take advantage of all the amazing activities and programs. In fact, he got so busy that I had to start scheduling time on his social calendar to come visit. I learned this the hard way. One day I showed up to visit him, unannounced, and found him in the middle of his yoga class. Let's just say, I was asked to come back at a better time. By March 2011, it became apparent that my father needed the next level of care. Cedars-Sinai immediately had the ability to help transition him from the fully independent living at the Manor to the full-time nursing at the Robeson home. Still the same campus, just a different level of care. Thanks to your Federation contributions, which support facilities like Cedars-Sinai Park, parenting a parent is not as scary as it seems. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Boas, and I'm a third grader at Portland Jewish Academy. Okay, maybe not, but I was 22 years ago. I guess the beard gave it away, maybe. But I'm here to show you what a PJA graduate can look like. And thanks to my time at PJA, I've been able to accomplish some pretty cool things. I zigzagged across North America using everything except a gas-powered car. I covered 12,000 miles on kayak, couch bike, paraglider, motorized cooler, and camel, and then I made a TV series about it. I opened a kazoo museum in Beaufort, South Carolina. And for 3 years, I held the Guinness World Record for most high fives in an hour. Impressive, I know. And now I'm working on projects right around the corner at Wieden & Kennedy as part of their WK-12 program. So how did your investment in PJA help out a kid like me? Well, in 5th grade, my teacher Ruth Briegar instilled in me a love of writing that inspired me to go on to NYU and major in playwriting. And my no-nonsense Hebrew teachers, who I'm sure some of you had, Deanne and Shoshana, they taught me to be an independent thinker. And most importantly, as I've traveled across the world, I've been able to walk into a synagogue in Italy or Tasmania and not only join in the service, but feel like a part of the community. So now I'm proud to donate to PJA and support the Mensches and future world record holders of tomorrow, and I hope you'll join me. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Ellie Gilbert. Growing up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I didn't know a single Jew. I didn't even realize that Seinfeld was Jewish. Fast forward to 2005, I'm living in Portland. I meet a dreamy Jewish guy. We get married, have a daughter. She's sexy and beautiful, pictures later. And we agree that we'll raise her in a Jewish home, which sounded great, easy even, in theory. But in reality, I didn't know the difference between Passover and the high holidays. And I certainly couldn't tell you what was supposed to happen on Friday night. I started to feel panicked, and it was then that my husband's aunt, Renee Holzman, told us about the PJ Library. We signed up, and every month we started to receive, free of charge, high-quality, Jewish-themed children's books. I read them to my daughter, and our Jewish journey began together. The PJ Library books gave me not only the Jewish vocabulary that I needed, but the confidence to continue my Jewish education. I was fortunate to participate in another of the Federation programs, the Mother Circle, which is a program for moms like me who are raising Jewish children with our Jewish partners in a Jewish home, even though we ourselves did not grow up Jewish. Through the Mother Circle, I baked my first loaf of challah. I learned the Shabbat prayers, and we hosted our own Passover Seder in our home with another of the Mother Circles families. Thank you for so much for giving me the tools that I needed to create my Jewish home.
Hi, my name is Jason Metzker, and I'm originally from Johannesburg, South Africa. I moved to Portland in 2009 with my wife Renee and our then 30-year-old daughter Andrea, who is severely disabled and who requires 24-hour care. After being in Portland for about a year, I fell on some really tough times. I lost my wife to a sudden illness and had to face the reality that I could no longer be the primary caregiver to our daughter on my own. I couldn't afford to pay my rent. I couldn't afford to shop for groceries. I couldn't handle the emotional toll this was all taking on my life. I was truly in a terrible place. But life turned around when Jewish Family and Child Services entered the picture. The JFCS team gave me both emotional and financial support on an ongoing basis. Through the TASK program, they helped me get my daughter into a group home, and the agency handled things one never even thinks about, like managing the burial logistics for my wife, helping us obtain US citizenship, and giving us meals for the high holidays. Until you're faced with the unexpected, you never know how fragile life can be. But with an organization like JFCS, which is heavily funded by your generous contributions, people like me are given a lifeline. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Hi, I'm Amy Albertson. I never really had a formal Jewish upbringing. My father was raised Jewish and my mother was raised Catholic, and so we had a secular household. We celebrated the Jewish holidays with my paternal grandmother, but I never really felt a strong connection to my Jewish identity. That is, until I discovered Portland Hillel. I transferred to Portland State my sophomore year, and a classmate asked me, "Have you ever been to a Hillel event?" I just asked her, "What's Hillel?" Little did I know that this would be the start of something extraordinary. I headed to my first Hillel Shabbat, and it happened to fall on the same night as the AUPI fraternity kickoff party. I showed up at the Shabbat, and to my surprise, there were several fraternity brothers also there for Shabbat. Let's just say I was sold from that moment. But on a serious note, Hillel has been a real gift to me. It's allowed me to explore my Jewish identity and get involved in campus life, and it's been a home away from home and a place where I've met some of my best friends. Today, I'm proud to say that I'm the vice president of the JSU at PSU, and I also lead Devar discussions at our Shabbat dinners. Because of people like you and your federation support, Hillel has served over 350 Passover meals, prepared over 380 Shabbat dinners, and smeared over 1,000 bagels. Thanks to Hillel, I've been able to connect with my Jewish identity.
Hi, my name is Anne, and this is my son, Max.
Hello.
Max is our brilliant, fun-loving ninth grader diagnosed with autism. In the summer of 2011, Max got the opportunity to experience Jewish summer camp life with an amazing program called Kahila, a one-week program for kids with special needs run by B'nai B'rith Camp and funded by Federation dollars. Max, what was BB Camp like for you?
People don't always understand me, so they sometimes ignore what I'm saying. But at BB Camp, everyone was so caring and friendly and fun. I felt heard and successful and very proud of my Jewish heritage. I felt like I belonged there.
It's true. At BB Camp, Max felt totally accepted and appreciated. Finally, he could totally relax. be a kid, and build lasting, lifelong, genuine friendships. As a parent of a child with special needs, I often struggle to find competent help for Max. But with the Kahila program, I felt like he really was in the hands of true professionals who cared for him and supported him as much as we do.
This past summer, I returned to BB Camp, but this time for the regular session and for 3 weeks instead of 1.
Again, we noticed big improvements in Max's abilities to organize himself, to sustain relationships, and to take responsibility for his own life. BB Camp really taught him these skills in a way that we could never do alone. We are so proud of Max, and we'd like to thank this community for giving kids like Max the opportunity to create happy childhood memories. Thank you.
Thank you.